Please welcome the fencers.
So now we are on to the women's longsword for third place. This is Michaela d'Orlando, formerly of Waterloo Sparring Club in the UK, having since relocated to Italy, fighting in the club Ordine delle Lame Scaligere. So she is Italian by origin, a frequent competitor, Michaela d'Orlando, against Tosca Burming of the Swordfish in the Netherlands. Michaela coming off a knee injury about a year and a half ago. Tosca having fenced quite a bit recently, medaled quite a bit recently, always seems to be sort of stuck at the bronze level, has not quite jumped to silver or gold yet. Michaela, frequent competitor, having often medaled.
And you saw that in the face-off here. That you saw how calm and relaxed Michaela d'Orlando looked, and Tosca, you saw tension in her eyes.
Tosca has some issues with stress, but she has an amazing way of coming out on top. And that looked like a blow to the head by Michaela d'Orlando for an early lead.
And her foundation is high guards, cut from above, Oberhaus, and she's got a very strong parry.
Yep. That looked like a cut by Tosca Burming, a parry by Michaela d'Orlando, a cut around to the arm with a left Oberhaus scoring for 1 point. That should be 3 points for Michaela d'Orlando. Yep. Same thing. Okay, cut right Oberhaus by Tosca Burming, a parry by Michaela d'Orlando, a cut to the torso from the right with a right middle how by d'Orlando. That should be 4 points for her. Good control of distance by Orlando. I thought there was a cut to the arm and then a cut to the head by Tosca. We'll see what the judges gave it. 1 point each. That's a nullity. Low guard, now a high guard, Michaela. Right. This is the thing about Tosca. She throws in attack after attack after attack, and she often scores. 1 point each.
Yeah, throughout this tournament, you've seen her. She in every bout, she sets the pressure. She engages first.
She does. She hits again and again and again.
It gets her ahead.
To be honest, I think I am sometimes surprised at how far Tosca gets. She has a fairly limited repertoire, but she uses it well. It's right Oberhaus, right Oberhaus, right Oberhaus, and then lift up into left ox, and then fishing with the point. But she managed to protect herself, and she gets points, and she gets victories. But Michaela, having observed this, has a commanding lead of 5-1 so far. Right Oberhaus from Tosca, parried by Michaela.
All right, left from tuck on the left side by Michaela. Exchange.
Yeah, there were a series of blows. I didn't see anything land by Tosca. I thought I saw a blow to the head by Michaela. Commanding lead, 7-1 by Michaela. The height difference making a difference, but I think it's more a question of technique, to be honest, and experience. Michaela is a much more experienced competitor than Tosca, and she has less of a problem with nerves.
You see her getting comfortable now, changing up her guards. You usually see her only fencing from Fomtak on the right side, or maybe also the left side, but you saw there in a flug in the exchange before that. Oh, sorry, was it an ox? With a clear lead, 8 points to 1 at the end of the first round.
So here we are at the end of the first round, 8-2, commanding lead by Michaela d'Orlando. This is not really a surprise. I mean, Michaela has a wall full of gold medals. Tosca has a handful of bronzes, and she's got a lot of spirit, but she's still working through. She's actually fairly new to the competitive scene. I think she's been competing for maybe 2 years. Michaela has been competing for, I think, about 4, maybe 5 years. And Michaela has a handful, a wall full of golds versus a handful of bronzes for Tosca. Plus, there's a height difference. So it's not really a surprise, the result we're seeing here. Tosca's doing actually a pretty good job, though, against a pretty experienced competitor.
We'll see now what Tosca's coach has to arm her with for this coming round. A daunting round for Tosca. She's got 6 points she's got to find in 3 minutes.
Sometimes I think it's a question of who is in your corner. Look who's in her corner.
Yeah.
She has Federico Dall'Olio in her corner.
World champion caliber. Swordfish 2016
champion. So the two of them are friends. They talk with each other. They support each other in competitions. I've seen them helping each other out through the course of this competition. It's that Italian thing. So this is the thing. Tosca walks in with 1 Oberhau, 2 Oberhau, sometimes 3 Oberhau. And sometimes they land, and that's what happened.
And Rolando's quite comfortable with parry with a cron and then come back with riposte with an Oberhau. Right, just there.
So it looked like a parry and then a sphere by Orlando. All Michaela needs to do is maintain the status quo. Okay, you saw that. Cut by Tosca. All right Oberhaus and a cut to the head by Dorlando. That's all she needs to keep doing. Parry those right Oberhaus. Tosca needs to mix up her game. Oh, one-handed blow by Michaela.
This tournament has been the year of the thrust. In this day and age, we've talked about it throughout this tournament. You need a thrusting game.
But neither one of them has done that.
And we haven't seen one thrust in this game yet.
But what you're seeing now is a one-handed blow by Michaela, taking advantage of that reach advantage that she has. She probably should have done that earlier, but she didn't need to, frankly, with a 10-3 lead. If what you're doing is working, there she does it again. A thrust that misses. If what you're doing is working, keep doing it. And with a 12-3 lead, it's hard to argue with Michaela's approach. Parry and a sphere by Michaela Dorlando to the head. Judges had varying views on that, so they only gave her 1 point for that. But we're at 13-4. This result is in the hole, I think. It's in the basket for Michaela Dorlando. Coming in again, Flug versus vom Tag. Oh, cut to the arm by Michaela. Using that long reach of hers. Oh. The problem with Tosca is she keeps doing the same thing again and again. It's that right Oberhau. She needs to mix up her game. And all Michaela is doing is the same thing. Parry, 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 and then throw in a cut from the right that lands to the head. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. 17-6, resounding victory by Michaela Dorlando. She is back after her knee injury. Good to see her. Medaling again.
She looked real good in that third place fight. She didn't make it all the way. She was knocked out by who knocked her out?
It was Elena Mertzena, who we will see in the gold medal bout, and that was an amazing match.